Pacers start off with the ball. Now the starting group for the visitors. They've got O'Neal. Chris Paul is out there with Paul George. And it's LeBron James. And it's Antetokounmpo in at the 4.
And the aggressiveness on display here from O'Neal. Terrific at turning shots away with that size and length. And LeBron James still the face of the league as he goes into his mid-30s. The impact he's had on this sport is really immeasurable.
Come on, Jay. I mean, he's one of the most recognizable athletes in the world. I mean, it's scary to think that LeBron can still turn it on and take over when he needs to. And you know what? Playoff LeBron is a very real thing.
Free throw good, James.
For all those people waiting for LeBron to start showing his age, you might not want to start holding your breath. This man's got a lot of time left in this league.
So he gets them both. Here's Brogdon. And stolen by LeBron. And now, here comes Antetokounmpo leading the break. Oh, look at him! Why?
Get out the way! And putting his explosive athleticism on full display there. George is capable of some highlight reel dunks.
Now, Brogdon. The pass to Oladipo. He feeds it to Turner. Just 5 to shoot. And the shot by Warren, no good. Here's the break. Here's James. Good, and the assist goes to Giannis.
LeBron is so powerful. Amazing how he maintains focus even with the D draped all over.
Here's Brogdon. And that one is hammered home.
Oh, big finish, emphatic.
He hangs on the rim just for good measure. Wow. Here's Paul. Sabonis with the block. Now the Pacers moving it up. A wide open look here for Oladipo. Connects from three-point range.
Excellent display of timing on the catch and shoot there. Oladipo plays quick but smart.
James finds Paul. To the wing on the left. Sabonis against Giannis. And there's the big-time jam. He slams it right over Turner.
And guys, that's a sight we've become far too accustomed to see. Antetokounmpo throwing it down like it was just another day at the office.
Now here's Brogdon. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. How about that strong defensive performance for this half's Mobile 1 block?
Some intimidation right away. Got to show those shooters you're going to be there all night long.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. And the technical free throw is good.
And one thing I like about Brogdon is his size. A huge 6'10" wingspan for a guard. Gives him an advantage in matchup. Lets him finish over smaller defenders as well.
That's just great touch. The teardrop, well, that's all about shooting.
Ball passes to Giannis. And the dunk by Giannis.
If you're playing along Chris Paul, you better have your hands ready. If you're open, he'll find you, or you're going to get hit in the head.
And great with Brogdon and his size, it allows flexibility on defense as well.
Yeah, I mean, it makes switching on the pick and roll easier with him at the top. There isn't a lot of flash to how Brogdon plays on the floor, but you can't deny how impactful he is in all facets.
Just 3 to shoot. Here's Warren. No good off the back of the rim. Pushing it up. LeBron dishes to George. Second shot opportunity, and O'Neal finishes inside.
Timeout. And O'Neal, just a brute on the block, simply overpowers the opposition.
So timeout called here, the first for Indiana.
Ladies and gentlemen, dance team.
So Indiana ends up with a new group on the floor. 1:29 left in the first. Now here's McConnell, defended by Paul.
And a lot of attention on Antetokounmpo's offense, but don't sleep on the D. He can defend every part of the court and does it with intensity. Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
We've got 1:08 left here in the first quarter. Bounce pass from McConnell. Shoots from 12. That one's no good. 0 of 1 to begin the game. James finds Giannis. Banked in off the glass. Antetokounmpo's got 6.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Here's McConnell. Outside, Lamb. To halt the run, he lays it in.
I like how Lamb just shrugs off the contact, showing true toughness on these finishes.
Antetokounmpo. And Giannis throws it down.
Oh, great flow to that possession. Two players totally in sync with each other.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Now, here's McConnell, defended by Paul. Lamb against George. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
That's a good athlete. With nice fluidity and quickness, Lamb can draw fouls when he's pushing the action.
Pacers have shot just 1 free throw early. 1 for 1 in the game. And Lamb drops them both. 17 seconds left in the first quarter. James outside. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
James is a workhorse down deep. When he's close to the basket, you better wrap him up.
This is his second trip to the free throw line. Free throw good. James. That one misses. James against Holiday. Stepped in the line, out of bounds there, and that will cost them the possession. Five seconds left in the first quarter of the game. 2 on the clock. And so it's the visiting team bringing the quarter to a close.
Ladies and gentlemen, dance team.
With a 7-point lead. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. We'll return shortly.
Ladies and gentlemen, dance team.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Old school approach. I mean, if you have a favorable matchup inside, just keep pounding it in there.
Bradley Beal is out there with Derrick Rose. Then it's John Collins. And then there's Antetokounmpo. And it's Diallo in at the 3, the small forward. Now here is Holiday. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. And here's the fast break. Beal leading the way. Here's Antetokounmpo. It's good on the putback.
Becoming a true force on the offensive glass. Love how hard Collins goes after those second chance opportunities.
On the wing, Lamb. He's covered by Beal. Lamb, good.
How good is that? I mean, he can make a defender look foolish at times.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And when Collins goes up, the interior defense runs out of options. He forces them to get sloppy.
And Indiana making a change here. Sabonis is checked in. He hits both from the stripe.
Oh, this is a big fella who has no problems at the foul line. I mean, a very smooth touch on the stroke.
Holiday surveying the floor. Outside Holiday. Offline with his three. Diallo the pass to Beal. And you know, we often talk about Beal's skill set and his finesse. He can play a very physical game as well, Greg.
He doesn't have a choice. I mean, he had 4 brothers who all played football in college, so he kind of grew up around the physicality. And you can also tell Bill's taking his strength and conditioning seriously, especially after having the lower body injury issues earlier in his career.
Catching up on the changes now for Indiana. Turner's checked in for Goga Bitadze. Warren comes in for Justin Holiday. Oladipo, he's checked in for Lamb. And Brogdon subbed in for Aaron Holiday. The shot by Brogdon, no good. And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. And there's Derrick Rose on the assist by Collins. Rose has got his first 2 points.
Look at the muscles of Rose right there. I mean, that's just an outstanding job, accepting the physicality and pummeling his way through.
Now, here's Brogdon. 5 points in the game. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. It goes on Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Yeah, the defender all over.
For Indiana, they have yet to miss from the free throw line. They're 3 for 3. Carter, he's checked in for Antetokounmpo. And here's Rose. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
Indiana trails by 13. Brogdon with it. 7 points in the game. And that's a foul called on Bradley Beal. That's his first foul. Here's Brogdon. Pass to Oladipo. And finished off by Oladipo.
A primary responsibility of Brogdon's. When someone is open on his squad, he gets it to him.
Here's Diallo. His 3-pointers off the mark. And here's Oladipo. He'll bring it up for Indiana. They trail by 11. Dishes it to Turner. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
A big like Turner, just using that height inside, it's almost a lost art.
A slam dunk by Diallo.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark. Now, here's Brogdon. Pass to Oladipo. And a great assist by Brogdon as that one goes in. Brogdon's got 3 assists in the game. 1:33 left in the first half of the game. Rose dishes to Collins. The shot's good. Collins has got 6 in the quarter.
And a playmaker in every sense of the word. Rose is so good at breaking down defenses and creating for others.
Now, here's Brogdon. He's got 7, and the his first foul of the game. T.J. McConnell, he's checked in for the Pacers. 1:14 left in the first half. Outside, George. Up and in on the layup.
Completing a fast break. Carter Jr. is a rim-to-rim runner. He moves well.
There's a minute left to play here in the second quarter. Oladipo outside. Now, here's Brogdon. First trip to the line for him here.
At the line.
That's good from McConnell.
They've hit every one of their free throws here in the second quarter. Very important when you're trailing.
So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Goga Bitadze's checked in for Turner. J.K. Sampson comes in for T.J. Warren. Jeremy Lamb's checked in for Victor Oladipo. And Aaron Holiday's subbed in for Brogdon. Indiana trails by 11. Holiday goes in. And it's sent back by George.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Harden. He can't get that one to fall. Some solid defense there from Lamb. And so here is Indiana. A shot by Holiday. Nobody around. And once again off the mark by Indiana. Here's Butler. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Butler's got his first basket.
These type of buckets fuel Butler. He welcomes the challenge of outworking the defense.
Here's Lamb. And that does it for the first half of play. They lead by... With a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You look at Antetokounmpo really making a difference here.
Yeah, pretty much all throughout that first half, and he was taking care of his business on the low blocks and getting more than his fair share of dunks.
Well, they haven't found a way to keep him quiet inside. I mean, their best bet probably would be to deny him the ball altogether, because when he gets it, they can't stop him.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up for the second half. On the court for Indiana. Sabonis and Turner up front. Ogden and Oladipo, the backcourt duo. And it's Warren in at the 3 spot. Passes to Brogdon. Here's Oladipo. Sabonis. Nice work on the board. Paying off with the basket. Sabonis has got his first points of the night.
A tireless rebounder. Sabonis gives his team an edge on the glass.
And it's Carter missing. And there's the whistle. On Steve Noble. That is his first foul of the game. Indiana trails by 13. Knocks it loose and stolen by Butler. He kicks it to George. It's Novak from outside. The Pacers pull it in. Greg, you look at the career of Victor Oladipo, drafted 2nd overall out of Indiana, but didn't break out in his NBA career until coming to the Pacers. A bit of a late bloomer.
And Kevin, Oladipo's a prime example of some players just needing time. It also shows you how much the right situation helps a player. Oladipo always had the talent. He just found a place to foster it.
Ogden against Rose. Here's Oladipo on his face. Offensive rebound. There's Sabonis. And the layup's good off the glass. Sabonis has got 4 points this quarter.
Getting inside, Sabonis finishes strong. You can see how comfortable he is shooting at that range.
And now the fast break. Brogdon with the ball. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Brogdon's got it back down to within single digits for the Pacers. Oladipo against George.
For a player who's almost a sure thing to score in tight, that was a stunner.
And there's Oladipo on the assist from Brogdon. Oladipo's got 9 points.
I'll tell you, they're right in this. We'll see if they can maintain momentum.
It would be a shame to make all this progress and let them off the hook. Got to keep the pressure on.
Count that one.
A guy with George's focus can shrug off the contact. He won't let the defender disrupt his rhythm.
Now Brogdon. He's got 11. Time called here. Indiana decides to talk it over. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game, and that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
So Indiana ends up with a new group on the floor, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe.
The line for 2.
The first free throw is good. Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line. One-on-one fast break. Rose gets the... bucket.
Well, I think Jimmy Buckets has underrated vision. He's more than capable of spotting open teammates and distributing accordingly.
And it's McConnell with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Pacers. It's a 10-point game. Here's Lamb. And the Pacers can't get it to go. Butler in the corner. And he's good on the 3-ball. Butler's got 5 points in the quarter.
We all know that Butler has put a lot of work into his game. You see the result right here.
1:29 left in the third quarter. And the foul on Rose. That's foul number 2 for him.
That's his second personal. Substitution. Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Here's McConnell. Outside, Lamb. 6 on the shot clock. Lamb's gone 2 for 5 tonight. Over in the corner, Paul. And a miss there on the triple. Indiana trails by 13. Here's Holiday. It's hauled in by Diallo. James in the post. And finished off by LeBron.
And James shows no mercy on his drives to the rim. Vicious at penetrating inside.
Here's Lamb. He has 6. 43 seconds left to play in the third. These are his 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. And he knocks down the first one.
Now, after that great college tournament, we all remember Jeremy Lamb performing in. Lamb was drafted 12th overall by the Rockets, but his career had a bit of a seesaw for a while.
Catching up on the changes now for Indiana. Miles Turner, he's checked in for Goga Bitadze. Sabonis comes in for Jakar Sampson. And Aaron Holiday is subbed in for T.J. McConnell. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. On the wing, Holiday. No good on the triple. Here's the break. Here's Diallo. They get it back. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
And with his length and explosiveness, it's never a surprise to see Giannis get points on the offensive glass. Great nose for the ball.
Sabonis, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's his first trip to the line. First free throw is good.
And with Sabonis, as his minutes have increased, so has his production. The future is bright for this young man.
Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. They lead by 13. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the 4th quarter of action when we return. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
I mean, well, if you're the coaching staff, I mean, you're pumped up. This highlight will not only make it on the TV, it'll make it into the film session tomorrow.
And as we head into the 4th, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. Shaquille O'Neal is out there with Antetokounmpo, and it's Chris Paul, and it's LeBron James, and Diallo in at the 2 guard. Now here's Diallo, guarded by Holiday. Diallo the pass to Antetokounmpo, and the dunk by Giannis.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Now here is Holiday. The pass to Brogdon. Yes, that goes in.
A good shot from Brogdon. He's got great shot mechanics.
Brogdon against Paul. James outside. Giannis right side. And Domantas Sabonis pulls it down. Sabonis has got 4 rebounds in this game. And some changes here for the Pacers. Warren's checked in for Jeremy Lamb. And it's Victor Oladipo in for Aaron Holiday. Now, here's Brogdon. Here's Warren. Good, and it's Oladipo picking up the assist. Warren's got his first points in this one. Here's LeBron. Whoa, what a finish!
Run that back. I want to see the replay now.
And James simply one of the best dunkers in NBA history, I have to say. Highly creative in how he throws it down.
We've gone about a minute and a half into the 4th quarter. Brogdon kicks to Warren, and the foul on Derrick Rose. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Here's Warren. James with the block.
Oh, you got to be cautious around James. He's always on the hunt to swat away shots. Defense in your rear view may be closer than they appear.
Sabonis against Antetokounmpo. Clock at 6, and he uses both hands to jam it in.
Yeah, showing the ability to get crafty on offense. Brogdon's list of moves continues to grow.
Brogdon's gone 6 or 7 from the field here, getting just about everything to drop. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard. Indiana trails by 13. And here is Brogdon. Oladipo with the ball. To the paint. And slam dunk by Sabonis.
Able to create off the pick and roll. Oladipo, this is how you move the ball in these sets.
At the elbow, it's Antetokounmpo. Back to James. And there's the big time jam. He slams it right over Turner.
Man, you gotta love watching James Scott for the slam. I mean, demonstrating how high he can get up off the drive.
Timeout called the Pacers.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
Without question. They're giving up too many high percentage looks, a trend that they'd like to reverse.
And now let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And he's just been crushing it from the field tonight, Kevin. Whether it's been on open looks or with the guy draped all over him, he just hadn't missed much. With his percentage in the sky-high range, they've had no choice but to make him their #1 option on every trip.
And as the star of this team, he knows he's going to be the object of the crowd's anger. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, I was able to listen in on Nate McMillan talking to his team. He is not pleased. He told them they have to make a push right now. He said, look, we got to make... move, or I've got to pull the plug. Pretty blunt stuff, Kevin. Back to you.
1:53 left to play in the final quarter. Here's Antetokounmpo, shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to go on Sabonis.
Maybe the most highly skilled big man in our league. Giannis is also one of the most frequently fouled bigs in our game.
Indiana trails by 13. Warren on the wing. Puts up a 3. Carter pulls it in. Beal taking his time here. Looking for Oladipo. He gets it there. And the wide open shot from Warren. And a great assist by Brogdon as that one goes in. Brogdon's got 5 assists in the game. Paul passes to Ingram. Feeds it to Beal. Turner with the steal. We've got 1:13 left to play here in the fourth. Brogdon finds Oladipo. A shot by Brogdon wide open. And that's out of bounds. Indiana will retain possession. .103 left here in the fourth quarter. Oladipo against Beal. Just 5 on the clock. It's stolen by Carter. Kicks it out to Paul for the 3. It's rebounded by Indiana. Oladipo with the ball. Now Beal defending. Gets it down to single digits.
And when Oladipo makes passes like that, this team kicks into a whole new gear offensively.
Here's Paul, and it's sent back by Turner.
I think it's safe to call this one a wrap.
Yeah, the game got away from them, but hopefully they've learned some things, and hopefully they'll be able to make some adjustments next time.
That's his second personal foul.
He hits the first one, and that narrows the gap to 7.
The combination of shooting and speed Oladipo provides this team is invaluable, and his hunger to keep getting better also impressive.
And an intentional foul right there.
That's his first personal foul.
He drops the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
Taking 2 shots.
And he hits both free throws here. So now it's an 8-point game.
I mean, look, with all the hand injuries he's had over the years, I don't know how Paul's such a good free throw shooter. I mean, some of his fingers look like they got 4 knuckles.
Time called here. Indiana decides to talk it over. They're trailing by 8. There's 21 seconds left in the game. What do you think, guys?
Trying to keep hope alive, but I don't see them making a comeback.
Yeah, it's so important at this stage in the game for everyone to be on the same page and working together.
Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
He's not going to outmuscle too many guys, but Paul still has too much grit to let a little contact keep him from finishing.
McConnell passes to Holiday. And the Pacers can't get it to go. Near the three-point line, it's Ingram. Can't get it to fall. The visiting club takes the win on the road. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, gee, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road.